A lot of people seem to think that investing is only for the rich people and you can't start investing without having thousands of dollars. But is that the truth? Well, let's find out. What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. So, do you need to be rich to start investing? The answer is simple, absolutely not. It's more important to know how to invest than to know how much money you need to start investing. So how can you start investing with little money then? Before we continue, leave a comment down below. How much money do you think you need to invest? Is it $5,000, $1,000 or maybe $100? Well, you could invest even with less than $50. This mainly depends on the broker you use. Some brokers require you to have thousands of dollars before you can start investing, and some brokers have commissions that are so high that there is no point to invest with little money. But if you don't have a lot of money to invest, no worries, because there are plenty of brokers that have very little fees and no minimum requirements at all. You obviously need to have enough money to buy the investment, but besides that, there are no other costs. For example, if a broker has $5 fees for buying stocks, there is no point to invest only $50 because this would mean that you would pay 10% in commissions. Even with $1,000 investment, the cost would be 0.5%, which is still pretty much when you can find companies that offer zero costs. But is it really worth it to invest with only $50? While it doesn't sound like a lot of money, it really adds up in the long run if you can invest $50 every month. The most important things about investing are to start as soon as possible, minimize the costs, and to invest as long as possible. This is because of compound interest. You can check the top right corner if you want to know more about that, but basically it means that your investments will roll like a snowball over time. Let's say you invest $50 every month with an annual interest rate of 8%. Take a guess how much money you would have in 30 years. Investing $50 a month equals to $600 a year, and in 30 years you would have over $73,000. You only have invested 30 times $600, which equals to $18,000. So you have made over $55,000 thanks to your investments with only $50 a month. And if you invest for 40 years, it's over $167,000. Even $20 a month makes you tens of thousands in the long run. So as you can see, investing with little money is absolutely worth it. Once you get started, you get used to the fact that you are investing every month and you don't really even notice that you are investing, especially if you automate your investments. So where should you invest with little money? You could invest in stocks that don't cost that much, using Robinhood for example, because they have no account minimum and no stock trading costs. If you don't want to invest in stocks because you don't want to analyze the companies, you could invest in ETFs. ETFs mean exchange traded funds, and they are securities that invest in a collection of securities. For example, S&P 500 ETF tracks the S&P 500 index, which means that you are investing in hundreds of different stocks at the same time. ETFs have very low costs, which means that you can start investing with small amounts of money. There are thousands of different ETFs available, so just find the one that you want to invest in. Some other comments that I see about investing is that only a few people become rich and others only lose money. So is it true that only those rich investors that live in Wall Street make money and you can't make money? Absolutely not. While it might be true that not everyone can pick up the right stocks, everyone has the option to invest in ETFs that track indexes, and the S&P 500 index has an average annual return on investment of 8%. While the past performance doesn't guarantee anything about the future, so far the returns have been pretty good. So if you don't want to pick up stocks and compete with all the pro investors, just start investing in ETFs that track indexes. Remember that it's not about the amount of money you have to invest, it's about knowing where you invest. The most important thing is to start as soon as possible and to continue as long as possible. If you want to know more about how you can start investing, I have made a series for investing for beginners. A link can be found in the description. So to shortly put, you don't need thousands of dollars to start investing. Just find a broker that doesn't have minimum account requirements and that has very low fees, if any. This means that you only need to have enough money to buy the investments. Even with $50 a month, you can make tens of thousands in the long run. Thanks for watching, I hope you find this video helpful. Like and share the video and let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. Have a great day and I'll see you next week.